If you are a student of English literature and if you have not read any novel or any book in the past 1 year, then I think this is the right time that you should quit studying English literature. This subject is not for you. I'm saying this bluntly because many students who have even completed their graduation and post-graduation in all these 5 years, they have not read even a single novel. And there are lots of students. Around 50 to 60% students are the same students who have not read any novel in their whole lifetime or in the past 6 months or 1 year. So this subject is not for the students who don't have a good reading habit or who don't want to develop a good reading habit. Learning literature is just like learning swimming. If you want to learn swimming, you have to go into the swimming pool in order to learn the swimming. The same way, if you want to learn literature, then you have to go deep down into the novels to learn literature, what literature is all about. Or you can relate like this: there are several dishes in front of you. You can see a lot of sweets in front of you. There is a gulab jamun, or you can say barfi, or you can say roshagulla. All these sweets are in front of you. You cannot simply enjoy the taste of those sweets just by looking at them. You have to reach out to those sweets and you have to eat them to figure out the sweetness of the dishes. The same goes for English literature. You have to pick the books from the shelf, you have to pick the novels from the shelf, and you have to read those literary works that has ever been published in the history of English literature. Without reading the works, without reading the novels, how you will be able to understand the sweetness of literature? I remember when I was reading As You Like It by Shakespeare a few weeks ago, I had goosebumps on my body. Or you can say, when I was reading The Kite Runner, after ended up reading this Kite Runner by Khalid Hosseini, there were tears in my eyes. Or when I was reading Siddhartha by Herman Hesse, or you can say Prophet by Khalil Gibran, the something stirred my soul. I am unable to express what sort of, and you can say the sort of meditation, the sort of state of meditation that these two books, Siddhartha by Herman Hesse, or you can say Prophet by Khalil Gibran, took me into. These novels have influenced me so much that I have never been the same person which I was a person before reading these books. If you have not experienced the goosebumps, if you have not cried after completing a novel, then this subject is not for you. You can earn money from it. You can get a job from literature, but the satisfaction that comes from within will be always missing. So literature is not here on this YouTube platform. I suggest you to unsubscribe all the literary channels that you have ever been to. Unsubscribe this channel also. Literature is not here on the YouTube. Literature is out there in the books. Subscribe to, you can say, the libraries. Subscribe to the books. Subscribe to the Amazon stores. Subscribe to the books. Literature is not here on YouTube. Either you should start reading novels or quit literature. Literature is not like mathematics, where you are going to practice questions again and again and again, and mathematics will get stronger. Literature is a creative process. It requires critical thinking. It is much difficult than any other subjects of science and philosophy. So try to develop taste in any genre. You can pick Indian literature, you can pick books on finance, you can pick books on sales, management, marketing, health, yoga, body weight loss. You can pick any book. You can book any book, any literature, but start having a good reading habit. Understand that English literature is not about learning the years and memorizing the dates or which king came first, whether it was Queen Victoria, whether it was Elizabeth, and who were the Tudors. English literature is not limited to the years, but it is much more about as a soul transforming process. Literature is much more than the biographical details of the authors, the historical details of the authors. It is useless to learn the dates and years. It is of no use. For instance, I know that Paradise Lost was published in the year 1667. It was published 1 year after the Great Fire of London, 1666. But what is the use of remembering the years when I have not read The Paradise Lost. Remembering the dates and years is of no use to me if I have not read any novel. I need something that feeds my soul rather than memory. Because when I know if something that is touching my soul, then it is quite naturally absorbed in my memory. There is beauty, there is sincerity when you read Ode to Nightingale by John Keats. There is deep emotions when you read Lord Alfred Tennyson's Break, Break, Break. Or you can simply look at the poems written by P.B. Shelley. It is a great example of sublimity. Milton's On His Blindness is enough to shake your soul. Or you can simply check out the contemporary novels like The Kite Runner that I have discussed, or The Thousand Splendid Suns by the same author Khalid Hosseini. And these all works are what making literature alive in this period also. So literature is not something only about remembering the dates and years. It is much more also about expressing what is going inside you. The way I am expressing myself in these YouTube videos. All these I have learned from the books that I have read, the authors that were successfully been into expressing themselves. I know there are a lot of critics of mine. There are people who love me, there are people who hate me, there are people who are jealous of me, but that is what not artist is very much concerned about. He keeps on producing the works whether people like it or not. He keeps on expressing himself through various forms like painting, like you can say the novels, works, craft, and so on and so forth. So this is what the literature is all about. It is to enable a man to express himself in the most refined form. So literature is also a form of expression, the way you express yourself directly and indirectly. And yes, a teacher plays a significant role in inspiring the students to read the novels. But yes, if a teacher is not a good reader, he cannot inspire the students to read, to become a good reader. So the teacher's job is not to influence the student only to read and memorize the publication dates and years, but also able to make him inspired, to ignite his passion for reading. So what is English literature? It is to live the thousands of characters, to live the thousands of lives through a medium, through a language, English, in the form of stories, in the form of novels, and being able to express yourself in the same way the writers have expressed themselves in the language English. So this is what all I have to share in this video. I hope you found the video worth your time. If you are new to this channel, then don't forget to subscribe the channel for more updates on English literature. That's it for this video. Thank you.